The ratepayers, the voters, should be looking for a bit of experience and stability, of course, and obviously we don't know at this stage who is intended to nominate, but some new personalities would be good for the council.
Do you think there's a need for fresh blood?
There's always need for fresh blood, yes.
What do you think of the council?
Well, I have stated before that this is my fifth council term serving in council, and I found this one the most difficult. So I'm on the record for stating this. Nothing has changed since that statement.
What's been most difficult?
Just inconsistency. A lot of councillors, they want to become either prime ministers, premiers, or they want to use the council to get into the higher positions, and I believe that is defeating its purposes. I believe every councillor should honour their commitment, and I believe commitment of councillors are to look after the ratepayers in the city of Orange foremost, and the rest is shouldn't be a priority.
What are you going to offer for the next election?
I'm not going to offer anything else than I've been offering for the last 20 odd years. Common sense and looking after not a group of ratepayers, all ratepayers.
What do you think are your best abilities?
My best abilities, I don't know, common sense, I believe, and the fact that I've got long experience. I've been in Orange for 50 years. I love this town. I have no further ambitions whatsoever in political sort of scenery, and my aim has been and always will be for what I believe is the best for Orange and the ratepayers of Orange.
What do you think is best for Orange and the ratepayers? Can you give me some ideas?
Well, looking after the infrastructure, looking after the vulnerable, make sure that you've got enough venues for the young children, and looking after the parks and gardens, and of course the infrastructure it is one of our best responsibilities to make sure that we don't let our infrastructure to be deteriorated. Now, to what effect council can be involved in the what can create for the young kids? Of course, the development of Gosling Creek, it is wonderful recreational area. I was one of the instigators of the skate park. I would like to see another one. I was a very strong supporter of the relocation of the Police Boys Club. That has another fancy name, but still the same thing. That's again the above facilities for the young, and we should continue to perhaps extend that. I believe in another skate park in East Orange will be necessary and essential, and we're working towards that.
What do you think of the plans for Mulder Park? Do you think that's going to come to fruition?
Well, Mulder Park, it is something that we should take our time, make sure we make the right decision. Perhaps I overlooked to mention to you one of the other great projects, the indoor swimming pool. How good is that? And so I'm not one that I will rush into make a decision, or I will rush to complete a project. I don't mind if it takes me a little longer, and I don't mind if the project takes a little longer, because all these projects, they're not there for the next 6 months or 12 months. They shouldn't be here just make decisions just before the election for the sake of getting votes. Should make a decision that the decision will be good for generations to come.
What do you think are going to be the main issues in this coming election?
Look, there is a lot of point scoring about the pipeline. I think will be one of the issue. I'm supporting the pipeline, and I've got good reasons for it. About 2.5 years ago, we reached a terrible state of affairs. And I can't even think time whereby Orange will run out of water. The only project can be done. The current water supply on Suma Park and the other facilities will perhaps, if stops running tomorrow, it will last us, say, 6 to 10 years. Now, what project can be achieved within the next, say, 10 years that will give me some assurances that my city won't run out of water? Now, having said that, the pipeline is not going to take 10 years, it will take less than that. Take 2 or 3 years. So, isn't that good enough reason? Any other project, dams, etc., that will take just as long time, much longer time, at least 15 years. And I would like to tell you this, just for the record, doesn't matter where we will decide to build another dam, there will be objection, and there will be always people not agreeing with us. So I've been in political world long enough to accept democracy and different points of view, but I'm entitled to stick to my points of view. The mayoral job more than often becomes unbearable because he's got not to satisfying only the right piles of Orange, he's got to satisfying some councillors to get there, and I'm just totally against that. I think over my experience in the Orange Council, I've seen some good mayors, I've seen some not so good mayors, but I think if it was by public election, that will bring just as good or better results. Yes.
What about the idea of political groups running a ticket?
Well, that again is something that I understand has been created to suit more the political parties than the individuals. I believe that all interested people in Orange should be in some sort of order, one just one below the other, and just let the public to elect their local representative. Yeah.
Do you think then the councillors should be independent?
Look, we live in dream world at this stage, but we don't live in ideal world, if you know what I mean. There's nothing wrong to have some councillors affiliated with the major parties or minor parties that give us access to, to the need of from time to time for projects and what have you, and it is good thing to have close liaison with the governing body. I'm one who always respected the governing parties. They've been elected democratically, and therefore we owe them to respect them. But I repeat, for the good of Orange, more than often, connections via the party have brought about good outcomes. So nothing wrong with that. And if anybody thinks that we'll have a council without having political councils won't have political affiliation, they don't know what they're talking about.